So I am on my little cheapy phone because I did something weird with the settings on my iPhone. I was trying to go live before, but I saw some posts and I'm so disturbed and disgusted by the immaturity and ignorance of people who they made claims. I'm pretty sure they're lies, but they said that let me see, I'm going to quote what you said, that you have been in a position to. Girls, turn that down, please. Give me a second. I know you want mommy to come in here. 1 second. You claim to be someone in a position. Do not play with me. I teach this stuff to big corporations. Okay. And then everything else is Chat GPT. Claims made to try and make it a TV show. Trying to go on like TV shows about this situation. And that is so disgusting because you know very, very well no ill intent was made, number one. You know very well the people that you're making claims against did not intend to offend anybody. How dare you? How dare you? You're so freaking sick in the head. You're going to end up in the same place where your mom worked. You're going to end up there. And she's going to have to be a CNA nurse for her own daughter, a home health aide nurse in the same hospital for her own daughter if you don't stop. I'm not playing. It's not a joke. I almost want to cry because I'm so serious. Because it's so freaking disgusting that it has to go that out of hand for you. And I'm dead ass serious. And the reason why I'm dead ass serious is because what this is creating for me, I literally feel like throwing up. And like I said, I feel like crying. And as a psychologist, I'm aware that these internal physiological I am feeling nausea, headaching, feel like crying, feeling, kind of hopeless. And seeing that, your post made me feel hopeless because I know of the character and the situations that the people were placed in that made that video. They were placed in a circumstance where they felt like they could not speak up against someone that they felt troubled by. When you have someone yelling at you because, hey, you're doing that on live to you, that shuts you up, takes your voice. And like I told you before, when I tried to address you directly, I've cried too, at least 3 times. And when I left, it was because of people like you, actually. It was because of the gang mentality. It was because of the groupie mentality that I left. I didn't even leave because he told me to leave. I left because of people like you. The gang, I can't even think right now. I just keep saying gang. The gang mentality, the gang attacking, the taunting. Y'all sat in that Discord and called me names in freaking code when I was right there. You said things about me in freaking code, like, why is she talking? Oh my God. When I was right there. All you had to do was, yo, QQ, we ain't trying to hear that right now. And that's what was so hurtful about Sassy at that time. Because I had actually been talking to Sassy in the DM at that time. So I'm talking to her, girl, I don't know if I should say anything and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh yeah, I don't know. And at the same time, she in on the little code words y'all were making and making fun of me. And taunting me. And that's what happened to me in that Discord. When I left, it actually wasn't because of him screaming at me, even though he did scream at me because I said there was music playing in the background because there was music from the video from the Orlando Brown and Ray J interview playing in the background. And I was like, yo, does anybody else hear that little light music in the background? Now, even though I understand his reason for being alert about it, he had no right to freaking assume that I was trolling him or spying on him. And see, this is the thing. This is what I'm saying, where it can get very legal and it can involve everybody. Because I'm done. And when I say I'm done with everybody, every loop and tie and knot in this crap. Every single one. No, I didn't have any actual interactions with Donat. So he actually had no impact on me directly. I just saw him do some stuff. So he wouldn't be one of the names to be put down. Jaguar would. Maggie would. Just D would. Because I was hurt and harmed and shut down by them. And every time it happened, I'm not like other people. I don't stay online and stay in the loop and complain about it and keep going through it. I back the hell off. And I gather myself. And I heal. And I grow. And I go on. That's why you don't remember me. Because I leave. When shit goes down, when people try to burn me at the stake, I leave. And I have left 3 times on this app because of bullying, harassment, taunting. I have left. Gang stalking, gang abuse. Imani, I have not even talked to you in a year. So you have no right to have my name in your mouth, nor does he actually, to be honest, and nor does Golden. But you all are continuing a year later. He is actually, I don't know if he stopped or not, but his name's going to have to be in it because he is the reason why y'all are continuing. Like I said before to you, you are going to take him down with you. Because the only reason why you have any significance to me and any connection to anything that I have interest in is because of the fact that you looped yourself in whining and crying behind, what's his name? What was that? Was it Uncle Mike or whatever? You looped yourself in and hid behind Ralph and followed into his Discord and continued to hype him up. That is what you did, and that is what I saw and witnessed myself. And because I saw and witnessed myself that of you on this public platform, again, like I said, when you put all your business out there, yeah, people know parts of your story. Duh. To be honest, like I said, I haven't subscribed to you. I think I subscribed to you at first when you initially popped up on Maggie's panel with Maggie and Jag. I subscribed to you for a little bit then, but you didn't really have much to say for yourself. You were pretty much just continuously hopping up on Maggie's panel. And so when things went down with people screaming at me in the chat, I unfollowed and blocked everybody. So I never got to follow you back or even look at you back because you weren't significant. You weren't producing any significant material. And even though I'm not the one that made that video, I know very well that the people who made that video have given you the opportunity to speak about your concerns. They have also taken down the song and the video. All of these things that are done are attempts to correct any offense that was taken. Therefore, for you to continue to post and make allegations against them and, launch some whole hate parade and involve yourself with TV shows, all of that is invalid and it's actually a part of a harassment now. And that's the thing. You think that you're playing like a troll game? I'm not playing a troll game. I don't troll. Because when I get mad, when I know what's happening to me, I will file. Because I don't have time for BS. I don't have time to troll. I'm trying to create something beautiful in my life, for my daughters, for my family, for children, for education. I'm trying to create something beautiful. I don't want to just be a bully, gossip blogger. That's not what's happening. Like I said, you don't know who you're dealing with. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I came from. And like I said, like I told you before, I told you I had my degree in psychology. I worked as a legal aid. I sued my own legal cases pro se. I represented myself and I won. Granted, I didn't win much because I wasn't at that job that long, but I won on my own. Collected my own evidence, documented, reported, filed, everything. So when I say I will file, I will file. And like I said, I'm not sure if you're in North Carolina or New Jersey right now, but it will be easier for me to press charges with you and your mother in New Jersey. Actually, North Carolina, it wouldn't be so hard either because it's still within the United States. And I'm only making that distinction because Maggie is a little difficult because it's out of country. But it can still happen. It just takes longer. See what it is when you file paperwork with the courts, the larger the scale, the more like kind of courts it has to get passed through. So, for example, if you're right here in New Jersey and I'm right here in New Jersey and I file charges against your legal name, hey V, and I file charges against your legal name, they're going to go, the paperwork goes to the state of New Jersey court. The state of New Jersey court sees this and says, okay, where does this go directed to? It doesn't go out of country. It didn't even go out of state. It goes in state. It goes in state to, I'm not gonna dox you because it's not about doxing you. It's not about doxing you, although I know your last name starts with an H and your first name starts with an H. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. I have to be careful because my intention was not to dox you. Like I said, you are making me sick. My stomach is a knot. I feel like throwing up. I feel like crying. That means that your behavior, your actions that I asked you to stop, and we gave you an opportunity to explain yourself. Your actions are causing others to have physiological harm because you won't stop. You have every reason to stop. It was explained to you that Sasquatch was not a person. That Sasquatch was actually the person who made the video, who was actually a Caribbean Trinidadian person, who is actually a tall person. V, how tall are you since you're here? How tall are you? Because I asked you before, you ain't answer me. But I want to know how tall you are. I wonder if you're taller than Ralph. You think you're taller than Ralph? You might be. How tall are you? Anyway. So answer that question while you're in the comments, right? So listen, right? Yeah, we identified that Sasquatch was not 6 feet. Oh, you're 6 feet tall. Now I gotta ask you to get everything off the high shelves for me. Yeah, I wonder if you're taller than Ralph. That'd be funny. Because it's even just more proof that Sasquatch is a reference to you. Vampy still is shorter than me. How tall are you, Plotter? How tall are you? My mad Sweeney? All right, back to let me keep on topic. Because what I'm saying is, Miss H. Miss H. Golden. You had dang, you 6'5", Mad Sweeney? Okay. I'm 5'6". And Ralph actually looks like he might be the same height as Kashif, which is about 5'11". So y'all might be taller than him. That's a funny thing to note. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the steps that have happened. So you have made this claim that something was racist. And in this claim, your claim is against one white woman and a black woman identified, tall woman, who has said that it was about her culture and her expression and she is Sasquatch. So not only are you wrong, but we corrected it for you and told you what the intent was. She told you what her intent was. And Nick told you that AI made the actual video. They just put the storyboard into the app that she has. Okay? The attempt has been made to try to clear this up for you. And for some reason, you still find difficulty understanding that you don't have any legal ground at that point. Because on top of that, they refrained from posting the video. I don't think that Nick has posted the video. Hey, Darcy Boo. I don't think that. No, I'm not reasoning with stupid. This is about the sickness, and it's kind of a warning to others because I am so fed up with this sickness, and I'm not playing. And Golden has actually made a very good example out of herself, so I'm going through with it. I'm serious, because it brings harm to me. It makes me feel like I can't have a voice. Even though I'm not the one that made it, I was there when the two people involved made it, and I was celebrating. I wasn't offended. I knew who Sasquatch was. Ralph had his own separate character. I mean, she didn't see him? Is that what I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning is, but I'm the type of person, like I said, with my background being in psychology and law, you don't have to explain it to me. You got to explain it to the people that I'm reported to. Because again, just like Potter said, you cannot reason with stupid. Yeah, I can't. That's why you need to talk to a professional. You hear me? You need to talk to a professional. I don't people. I don't argue with brick walls. And that's why for me, it went through a phase where I was like, these threats on YouTube, I had to understand how to take them because in my mind, like I said, fight, flight, or freeze, I'm like, okay, is this a physical threat that I can fight? And I wasn't sure for a second because I wasn't sure how far these cyber beefs go. But then I realized, no, they're not coming in physical form. So there's no fighting. So I don't have to worry about that. But even though I don't have to worry about that, that threat is still possible. Especially because when I looked at the names of the people in someone's family, they're people that I know. It actually looks like her uncle knows my mom, possibly because I've heard that name before. But maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, we all need to be more responsible online and not just from what we produce. Because from what I understand, like I said, Vampy and Nick heard that you were supposedly offended and they took it down. That's what a responsible person does. I told you, Vampy told you, Nick told you, Temper told you that we found your perspective offensive and that we don't agree with it. And you keep going. So the offense that you're claiming was corrected when they took it down. And I'm speaking this way because I realize that there is a barrier here. And I'm not ChatGPT. And I'm not community college either. So I'm trying to talk to you in a way that you can understand that this is something that is bigger than trolling. I'm done. Darcy, I'm done. I went through this last year. Like I said, I feel like throwing up. And that physiological response of feeling like vomiting and nausea, that is a stress response that is produced by harassment. Even like I said, I was shut down. I was silenced more than once on this app. And I was silenced more than once by the person she's defending. And now she's a part of it in a bigger way because she's claiming that she's going to talk to TV shows and everything. All of this about silencing things. So since you're contacting TV shows, I think it's only right that those same TV shows and people you're contacting know the other side of it. It shouldn't be one-sided. So, yeah, because I feel nauseous. I feel sick. I feel sick to my stomach. Exactly, for entertainment. And they go too far. And the thing is, and this is how I know she has an intellect problem, because, and see, I'm saying intellect problem, that's the nice way of saying it, right? Because you don't understand that you're not playing troll games with me right now. You don't understand that contacting those shows takes it beyond troll territory. It's not a game anymore once you start doing stuff like that. And you're betting on the fact that Vampy or Nick won't do anything back. You're betting on the fact that I can contact these shows and make this post like I'm all big and bad and they ain't going to do nothing because they're going to be scared. Ooh, hoo. No. Now what's going to happen is more people are going to contact the shows. Well, to be honest, I can't make anybody do anything. But I'm going to contact the shows and I'm going to write a report out. So that's 2 people contacting. We'll see if maybe Vampy or Potter or Darcy, whoever decides to write the same shows that you're contacting. I'll post them on my wall too. Just the FYI, in case anybody wants to stand up for that, because now you're taking your cyberbullying too far. And the proof that it's bullying is in the fact that Nick and Vampy gave you a chance to explain your grievances, and they took it down. They took it down. That is responsible. Because the truth is, within the freedom of speech, anybody can be offended. That's true. I can do anything that could offend someone else. But what happens is there's a line where you choose to continue offending people. And both of them, they did directly responsible things that you need to do when someone says, hey, your drawing of the rainbow offended me. You have the opportunity to, okay, let me ask you why it offended you. They asked you why it offended you. Let me tell you why I did it so that maybe you can understand and not be offended. They did that. And correct me if I'm wrong, the video ain't up anymore. So I need to also screenshot the fact that it's not up on you guys' page. Because it's not up. And that shows that you tried to make it right. So anything that she's doing further is actually her harassing you. And it's sick. It's sick and it's twisted. And again, she's betting on the fact that no one else will go as big as she will go. And she thinks she's dealing with trolls, but I'm not trolling. I don't talk shit. I don't speak about it. I be about it. I go big or go home. I'm a real Jersey girl. I don't know where you from, if you originally from North Carolina or not. Ugh. Yeah, I screenshot her post and I'm like, you really would go so far as to contact TV shows? Like you have some big old plan? And in my mind, when I saw that, I just thought to myself, what if that works? If what she is doing works and someone does contact her, it will only be her side of the story. They won't know the trauma that she has inflicted on others and been a part of for the sake of others. And she'll have to explain why. And really, like I said to you, it really is, especially the fact that she met him in person. This is really getting very nature boyish. And it's not even his fault. And that's the thing. I'm like, yo, he needs to get the groupies in check or stay offline or something. Like, y'all making this real nature boyish. Because what we have is someone who took to a different content creator, Mr. Love is Love, took such a close liking to him that they became part of this warrior brigade, and going after people, getting up on people. And once and this one, actually her, Miss HH, Miss Golden, this one, you said she's born in New Jersey? I think so, because her last name is familiar to me. Not to my area, though. Which means she's probably up north, East Orange, Newark, Camden, Trenton, something like that, probably. Passaic, Patterson. She's probably up there. But so what you have, like, if you look at her actions from a diagnostic standpoint, you have this person what do I want to call her? I'll call her Gouda Cheese. Gouda. So Gouda took a liking to this other content creator, became a part of a separate, exclusive group in Discord, deemed themselves sister wives, right? Just jokingly, right? Ha ha, he, joking. Then, after being in that group, she assimilated to the group mentality and the ganging up on everybody. And she followed through with a few of the gang stalking and the gang mentality harassment for the sake of this content creator, Mr. Love is Love, Mr. Guru. So although he is the actual leader of her obsession, he actually is able to make things move without moving them himself, without speaking it himself. You girls are his warriors. And that speaks to, again, your psychosis, your obsession. And for Gouda, it gets more intense because she actually has met him in person and invited him to her personal home, which is a strong cross of barriers between social, cyber, online relationships and personal encounters. And she chose to make that crossover. And that, like I said, is getting very much into cult territory. Because now you've crossed over to having, this is someone that you're following, that you have involved in your personal house, with your family, with your mother, with your kid. You were willing to be inebriated around him, which means that you were willing to put yourself in a fragile state around him. So this starts to make him look more guilty, right? And this is just me taking my emotions out of it. So now he's acting as a leader to you. And unfortunately, that leader betrayed you and came online, and I don't know what made him do that. But he put you on blast. And I'm sorry that he put you on blast. He had no right to do that. He had no right to put you on blast. And I left that post on your wall at one point and deleted it hours later. You didn't respond or like it, so maybe you didn't see it. I don't know. But I was trying to tell you, like, you know what? You're not wrong in that situation. He's wrong because he brought it to social media and embarrassed you, and that wasn't fair. And to my understanding, not only are you putting yourself back in that situation, but you're also now windmilling and guarding and protecting for him. So much so that you are watching hours of material of other people that you don't like. You are consciously absorbing information about other people because they talk about him. Again, like I said, completely obsessive. But what you're doing right now is completely uncalled for. They took the video down legally. You have no grounds anymore. You have no grounds anymore. And it's a shame that you did that. But yeah, you saw someone's personal creation and you tore it down. Congratulations. Fucking sick of this shit. Hi, RGM. Hi, Dark. Hi, Darcy. I feel like I missed somebody. I miss anybody? No? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, see, you should contact British press because, like I said, it's a whole entire mentality of cyber gang stalking. And to be honest, the IC3 government website probably has too many reports by now. And that's just from this 1 year that I've seen how they do. And yeah, Gouda Cheese is going to be on one report because I'm making it. So is Rufus. The fuck? I'm supposed to care about your reputation, but you're abusing and harassing other content creators online, including me, to the point where I don't even want to say what my name is. I don't even want to identify myself. How about that? Some people know who I am. But think about the psychological impact that made on me, to the point where I don't even want to say my direct name right now in this addressing. Not comfortable. But it's okay, because like I told you before, your mom should not have your legal information up there. She does. And for some reason, I don't know, my mom is not on social media at all. And I guess that's a blessing, because there's never an opportunity for her to slip up and say my real name. There's never an opportunity for people to link these family members and see these family members and all of that. You know, I thank God that my mom and my brother, my living brother, are like that. And to be honest, though, if you did look me up, ain't shit on me. I have a clean record. I don't even have any driving tickets, traffic tickets. I got pulled over 3 times, but I didn't get a ticket. The one time, and I don't know if this counts as a traffic ticket, a car hit me and I called the cops. So I don't know if that even counts as a ticket. But I have a clean record. And this is sick. This is sick. And I'm sick of it. I'm so freaking sick of it. You can't come on YouTube to create without having people stalk your page and make horrendous claims about your material. That's sick. Vampy and Nick gave you the opportunity to say what your problem was. They asked you what your problem was. They also explained to you why they didn't see it as a problem, and they took it down. Everything you're doing after that is disrespectful. And this is like, you got to grow up. You should know as an adult, if you've ever worked in any professional job and professional setting, that if someone takes down something that you claimed offensive, you don't have the right to keep complaining about it. It's gone. Oh, well, I have screenshots. You took pictures of it now. Now you're the one producing the material. That's the funny thing. Is if it weren't for you taking pictures of what someone else did, no one else would have the visual reference that you have. So now you're doing it out of spite. And this is your production of them. This is your reproduction of Nick's material. You have reproduced Nick and Vampy's material. And you are expanding it and further promoting it under the claims of racist agendas. So you're now defaming their brands, their labels, because once you decide to be monetized on YouTube, you're operating as a business, right? And you're doing all that for something that was taken down. So what is the point? Now you're taking a jab to do what? You want to take their channel? It can get very big. The problem can be a real problem. Like I said, add to the fact that man has come to your house under the guise of love is love and hear from the Atlas family and all that stuff. It's getting cultish. It's getting very cultish. So now, there's just so many layers to this. And I'm so sick and fed up with this that, like I said, I'm going to write this. And I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious because I've already been looking at the fact that I'm going to have to write a few other stories too. Adult stories from a religious perspective of some things that I went through, because I don't hear other people saying it. And the thing that makes me confident in writing is Toni Morrison said, if there's a book you want to read but it has not been written yet, you must be the one to write it. So we're going to talk about it, Golden. You don't want to give the fight up? You don't want to stop talking about it? We're going to talk about it forever. We're going to talk about it in a book. We're going to talk about it on a talk show. We're going to talk about it in the newspaper. We're going to talk about it in court. We're going to talk about it to the FBI. We're going to talk, girl. We're going to talk. Because you won't stop. You had every opportunity to stop. Fucking sick. How are you guys feeling? I think it's Darcy, RDM, Dark Matter, Vita. There we go, babe. Plotter. And see, that's the other thing. Art is therapy. Art is therapeutic. That's why I like that your short said you made saying stop overthinking our channels. Yeah. I'm feeling okay. Last long as my mind is busy. I get what you see. That's healthy. And that's what I said. Like, this offends me from a psychological perspective because I've gone through the harm and the hurt. Unfortunately, my current circumstance is that I turned 30 and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to have kids. And something bad happened and I was pregnant and it happened to be twins. And when that happened, that derailed a lot of things for me. My focus has been momming. And not so much that I regret that, but that's why I'm here online more. Because I'm being a stay-at-home mom at this moment. And you can hear what they terrorize me. My twins. Oh my God. I need to go give them some attention because I don't even usually have the TV on like that. But yeah, and the fact that my babies ran in here when they heard me doing a live chat. Mommy, I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to get upset. So now you traumatize my family too. Like, every time I try to heal and get over this shit, and it keeps going. It keeps going. But you're right, RGM. Keeping your mind busy is healthy. That is called redirecting your energy, right? And that is called redirecting your behavior. Art therapy is an effective coping mechanism. Humor is an effective coping mechanism. Did they just turn on Remember the Time? No, they didn't. Only girls can hear this secret sound. Anyway, but yeah, my little mischievous twins. Yes. Oh God, I have to go to them, and I need to give them all the attention today. I did not intend to even be on live or anything like that, but when I went at Vampy's and I saw her, expressing herself the way she was, I was like, what is going on? And I went and I saw that Golden was still going. And like I said, they keep expanding this. And unfortunately, Dee Dee, her mom, is in it too. And see, when you realize that people don't realize that you don't realize that you're a problem. You're a problem socially and you're a problem legally. Like, I'm so fed up. Laughter is healthy. Thank you. And like I said, over this year, there have been too many times where I have tried to cope with stupid stuff that happened online using humor to the point where I had to say and defend my humor with it's my coping mechanism. I'm making fun of it to feel better. And it's happened more than once that I've had to say that. And that to me means that number one, I'm not safe online. And I'm not safe to express myself online. It means that this is not healthy for me. It means that I am able to be attacked. And I'm not supposed to feel that way. Even though it is a public platform, if I'm not doing anything to you, my name shouldn't be in your mouth. But it is. And that is why the FBI has the whole, internet cyber crimes complaint forms, which I filled out more than once. And I've let several things slide over the last few months because I didn't want to have to do it again. Like I said, Golden is making herself a very nice example. Cause I'm so done. I'm so done. It's so freaking disgusting. How dare you? How dare you try to continue a takedown for someone for expressing themselves and trying to heal? And in none of that, Ralph was never called Sasquatch. Hi, 7 viewers. No one called him Sasquatch. He wasn't Sasquatch. Because, now see, if Ralph didn't have his own image in there, then okay. You can say that that Sasquatch was meant to resemble Ralph. But he did. There was a whole separate character. A whole separate Ralph, a whole separate white man. And then there's Sasquatch looking like, what are these fools doing? And why is it Sasquatch? It's Sasquatch because Sasquatch is a mythical creature, a mythical being, supernatural being. And he's usually out in the wilderness. And here come these folk, these city folk, trying to be in the natural. Are you listening, Golden? Oh, yeah. We're fed up with your microaggressions. Exactly. And the thing about Golden, that's why I said she's a perfect example, a perfect case. Because she had every opportunity to stop in more ways than one. Vamp and Nick asked her nicely what the problem was. They explained nicely what their problem was. They removed it and took it down. And see, the thing is, people come on here and say they're going to do things and don't do them. But I've never been raised like that. I don't like that. I don't like when people say they're going to do something and not do it. Like, actually, I guess that's my father wound. Because my father used to tell me he's coming to see me for my birthday and never do it. So I have a resentment for saying you're going to do something and not do it. So my follow through is strong. That's why I have written, published, illustrated, and published 4 books. Actually, if you include the ones that I did before I had my kids, 6. I've written and published 6 books on my own through Amazon. And 2 of them I've taken down. One of them I want to do a re-edit and do like a second edition for. So in a way, I kind of only consider 3 when I talk about them. And that is Diana Bell, Sons of Sun, and Onyx. Those are the 3 that I that are permanent, that I'm not taking down. Well, no, Onyx, I'm going to take down Onyx because I want to add a few illustrations on there. But, yeah, this shit has to stop, man. Oh, people are fucking stupid, evil. You're going to keep going. Y'all got to stop drinking. I heard on the Lady T Live or whatever, she was drunk. Imagine talking about drinking. And Ralph be on some type of supplement. And Golden be drunk. Y'all gotta stop drinking. Y'all gotta stop. Because y'all coming on here wrecking your lives. Like, stop it. Say no to drugs. I'm dead ass. Did you hear it? If boys also hear this sound, that means their hearing power. Thank you, Darcy. And see, I have to, as a stay-at-home mom, I have had trouble with feeling productive because so much of my time is spent running behind my daughters for school. Turn it down! See, I'm not in there, and they want attention. And, I mean, they're 7, so I have to submit. I am their leader. I must submit, you know? I was asking in the chat, I said, do y'all think I should talk to Ralph about it? Because I saw he was online. And a few times, I actually have a few screenshots where I started to comment on his lives about what's going on. And then I stopped myself. He's just such a... The fact that you would say, I can talk however I want to talk. Don't tell me how to talk. So you don't care that your tone and your volume feels threatening. Okay. So the fact that he's like that, which is also how his cousin Kashif is, the fact that he's like that makes me not even want to approach him, because that's just so freaking destructive. So you don't care how you're destroying things in the house when you're angry. Basically, that's the type of, you can't tell me how to react. Punch a hole in the wall. Like, that's that type of mentality, destructive, and I don't really want to engage with that. But I think in my mind, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll tell him what they're doing, and he can embarrass them or stop them, or what was I picturing him saying? I was picturing him saying, like, I didn't tell y'all to go over there. Why are you causing drama with other people? This is what I mean. You're a succubus. Like, maybe if he told them that they were wrong, they would stop, because they're not seeing any wrong in anything they're doing, or they're not admitting to any wrong. And when I say they, I'm talking about Imani, Golden, and I don't know if DTT. When DTT was going through the whole thing of people, asking who she was and blah, 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 I stopped subscribing to her because I didn't want to see that crap. I didn't want to see that drama. I was really just trying to stick to regular stuff. And I thought she was just going to do, neutral reporting, but then it became very unneutral and very biased. And I was like, I'm done. So I don't know if she was ever an audience of, well, she had the way that she jumped on that video. She must have an identification of who Ralph is. And I think she's done a few quote unquote reports about Ralph. So I wonder if she was in the Discord. I don't know. Oh yeah. Well, not only ignore, but he might freaking, you're a troll, you're a spy, you're coming here to spy on me. Yeah, and this is the thing, like, nobody has the right to treat you that way. That's why when you tell somebody to stop, they're supposed to stop. They're supposed to stop. We're not little kids anymore. What the hell is that plant, RGM? Is that an aloe plant? Why are you putting an aloe plant in the comments for? I do have an aloe leaf I have to finish cutting. The good thing about going through this, that I've gone through for this last year, is that even though it has traumatized my little 7-year-olds, at least I think that helps them to know that they don't want to be involved with this. So, because he calls people plants. Oh, or is that magic? I don't know. But yeah, they gotta stop drinking. Everybody that, like, I listened to Lady T a little bit, the Lady T and Magic thing, because I was just trying to figure out when it was that she dropped down. So I just scrolled through it real quick. Like, I'll skim through her lives just to see what something was or what they were saying. And you never recognized her from the Discord. She might have been there though. Hey, Plotter. But anyway, I was hoping that maybe he would say, yo, y'all are causing a bigger problem, blah, 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 blah. But maybe he does. Maybe he won't, because maybe he's also not psychologically conscious. And again, if you are, someone needs to examine you. And it's funny because Golden thought she was slick by saying, you don't sound like a psychologist. First of all, that's like saying, oh, a teacher That's like the same mentality of people who think that teachers sleep in the school, right? You have a life. You go to the grocery store, so it's very childish and immature, right? But then on top of that, I'm not your psychologist. You're not my client. I don't have any right to talk, in a constructive way to you. And I'm on a personal account. Like, it was just weird. It was a stupid comment, stupid thing to say. But in that aspect though, yeah, you need someone else to examine you. You do. All of you. All of you need professional help to examine you because you're freaking out of line. You're out of line, and I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out legally. I'm going to fill out the forms on the FBI website. I'm going to contact the same TV shows that you contacted. I'm going to contact them. I'm going to contact them through email, though, and maybe phone, and maybe through the actual websites. I'm going to contact the same shows and more that you contacted. I'm going to contact a few newspapers, like I said, because maybe you'll see it if you're also in Jersey, too. I'm not sure if you're in New Jersey or North Carolina right now. And I'm trying very hard not to go too far into your business, but I need your legal name, which I have now, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna contact them, and then I'm also gonna write my own report, blog, and or story about it. Okay? So you wanted to keep talking about it, we're gonna keep talking about it now. Like, if you would have just stopped when people said stop, and somebody screaming stop to you, and you keep going. That was a cry for help. I cried for help to you to stop. And you didn't stop. You just keep going. So now, I've always been very talkative. So now I'm going to keep talking about it. But I'm going to talk about it to other resources. Okay? So you made yourself a subject in a story. You made yourself a subject in many, many emails. You made yourself a subject, possibly also in a dissertation. So be proud of yourself. Intel on your community wall. I will because I want you guys to know who she contacted. I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm gonna look up the show, look up their emails, and say, email these people and tell them what you experienced from her. Also, again, like I said, even if I'm the only one doing this, I don't care. One of my profiles when I was a teenager, I said I write obsessively. I write all the time, and I do. I write so much I have to go sort through papers, and I haven't gotten the chance to, and it's taking up space. Like, I write all the fucking time. That's why you obviously messed with the wrong one. You messed with the wrong way. Because everything you're claiming, I know more about. So we're gonna have to. I can show you better than I can tell you. That's something that my mom always says. I can show you better than I can tell you, and I'm gonna cover my ass. And see, a lot of mistakes I see people making is they come on here to broadcast what they say and do. But I don't know. Like, did y'all ever get that street smart lesson that you don't tell somebody what you're about to do to them? You don't broadcast your attacks. If you go and fight somebody, I remember I was in the 5th grade and I was going to fight my bully, right? And I said, I'll slash. What did I say? I said something with like. I said a bunch of things. I said, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, blah blah blah. And the fight actually didn't go down. But I remember when I told my mom about it, she was like, "Why are you telling people what you're gonna do? Don't do that. That's stupid." And I'm like, "Oh, and that was 5th grade. You don't tell people what you're gonna do. That's stupid. Why would you tell somebody you're gonna smash your head into a wall before you smash your head into a wall? Just do it. Why would you tell somebody you're gonna uppercut them? Just do it. And the other thing about self-defense is that once you prove that someone has caused a problem to the extent that it affects you physiologically or it affects your family or your sense of safety and well-being, anything after that is self-defense also. Again, these are all reasons why I should report you. To cover my ass, to document, to record, to also make a lesson out of this for other people when I put it in a book or a post or a blog. Because it is very interesting how this all is going down, to be honest. It is very interesting. Exactly. Exactly, Darcy. You get what I'm saying? They took it down, which means that they they conceded to your complaint and took it down. You have no right to keep trashing them. Exactly. They won't see it coming. Exactly. Tell my son I'm gonna chase him with an. Oh my God. But you never do it. Exactly. But you never do it. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's just so toxic on here. I remember at first my mom, it's funny because my mom is so, my mom is born in the 50s. And so she had me at an older age. And then I had my kids at an older age. So we're spread out in my family, right? And age-wise and generational-wise. So she freaks out anytime she thinks that somebody knows something off the internet about me. Like, I posted on my IG that I was feeling sick, and it cross-posted on my Facebook or something. Then when my mom went to go pick up something from the babysitters for the girls, the babysitter who's on my FB happened to say, "Oh, I hope Katie feels better." And hey Cassandra. And then my mom is like, "Oh my God, you gotta stop posting stuff on your Facebook. Oh my God, why do people know you're sick?" And, and I'm like, "What the hell are you complaining about?" Like, like that's my family. That's what I'm like, yo, uh, do they not understand they don't have to post all their junk online? Like, and this is where you gotta be grateful for your own intelligence and your own brain, because apparently there is a sense of mental awareness that people in my family have where they are barely online and they're very secure and scary about it. But then you have the opposite of someone like Golden, where her mom is online and her mom has it all connected to her family members and everything like that. And then in turn, it also connects to her. And then they have lives together and they share their YouTube channels and blah, blah, blah. Like, they're all in it. They're all into this cyber thing. Whereas my family is very standoffish to the cyber thing. So, like I said, it's very interesting. This is a good lesson. And I'm going to do it because I already know I have a lot of writing to do. I got to take my laptop with me into the living room so that I can interact with my children while I'm still doing this because it's raining outside. I got a lot to do, but it's getting done because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Like I said, I felt like throwing up. And I still feel nauseous a bit, but I'm taking deep breaths. Again, I thank God every day for my degrees in psychology because I understand my own symptoms as I'm experiencing it. I'm aware. That's why I said I know that these are side effects of being harassed and bullied and feeling insecure in a space, feeling unsafe. Fearing that my rights will be violated if I speak up directly. You wanted to be a big bad bully, so now you are. You are a big bad bully, and you want to keep talking about it. So now I am going to keep talking about it. But you want to talk about it on YouTube. You want to talk about it as a content creator. I want to talk about it to some higher authorities. I want to talk about it to someone who can examine you and why the heck you think this is okay. I want to talk about it to someone who can get justice for me. That's who I want to talk to it about. I don't know if you have money or not, but I want someone to find out if you do. You wouldn't allow your mother to be on YouTube. My mother doesn't want to be on nothing. She's considered coming on just because she wanted to find some old high school friends from the 60s. Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, she graduated high school in the 60s. She was born in 52. And my brother was born in 74. Yeah, my mom thought about coming on, but she doesn't want to. And then my brother, who is still alive, is extremely paranoid about everything. So he's like, no, what are you doing? Like, your dad loves you too? Oh, RGM, your dad. Oh, where's my ma? Where's my ma? My ma? My ma said she's going to scalp my hours. Tell Ma I miss her. I was born. Oh, you were born in 1974? Yeah, my brother that died was born in 1974. And again, guys, if you can, so when Jane shared Maverick's page, I posted it too. Can you please give your condolences to Sassy's brother? Because look at how siblings are really neglected when it comes to grief, and it's messed up because this is somebody that you walk through life with. Like, whether you're the older brother or the older sister. For me, my older brother, and the crazy thing about losing my older brother is I was, God, let me get my words together. This is a whole different subject. But he's been with me my whole life, right? He was a child when I was born. But it's funny because he started to get his facial hair early. There's a baby picture he has with me where some people see it and they're like, is that your dad? Thinking that he was a young dad. No, my brother. He's younger than he looks because he got facial hair early. You can't even talk about it. I understand. But and Plotter, you said you and I have something in common, right, Plotter? And I'm just thinking about, as a sibling, especially him being so active in the cyberspace and her being so active in the cyberspace, it's got to be fucking hard to come online after that. I mean, I see that he has, but I could also understand how that could affect him to come online and know that that absence is there. And then it starts to get, for me, I start to get angry. But that was because of how my brother passed away and his last words to me and stuff, because it's like, you fucking left me, I feel kind of left behind. My brother broke my heart, he broke my heart hard. So I remember in that loss, there was a point where I was looking to get myself a card because all these cards and stuff were coming from my mom. And I'm helping my mom to feel better. And I was just like, damn, like, why do I feel, am I not supposed to be hurting? Because nobody's even acknowledging the sister, and or my other brother. It was nothing for us. So it was almost like, oh my God, I remember we just sing a lot in my family. You know the song Can You Stand the Rain? New Edition. Me and my brother who was alive, we just broke out into songs singing that one day. I think I was humming it and he started singing it and I started singing it. We were just walking around the house singing and crying. Can you stand the rain? When we lost our brother. Man, it's fucked up that Hallmark and all these card companies, they don't really produce cards for the sibling. Like, I think I found one in 2 stores because I started looking for them. And here was no sorry for the loss of your brother or sister. I started looking for him because I was so upset. I'm gonna stop crying, but she's listening and rolling her eyes at you. Exactly. A few times I feel like my brother is just, crossing his arms, looking at me or patting my back like right now, and it's okay. Because the truth is that even when you stop crying, you're kind of still crying, There's 2 of you, yep. There's the physical leprechaun, and then he's got his spiritual leprechaun, his little leprechaun angel. His leprechaun angel. Was she tall too, Plotter? Was she 6 foot like you? Mad Sweeney? Yeah, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. And he pissed me off so much because... Yes, I am crying, girls. It's okay. I'm crying about our uncle in heaven, okay? Nobody's got mommy upset right now, all right? Yeah, I am crying. I'm crying about our guardian uncle, remember? Uncle Farouk? Yeah, I'm just crying about him, and it's okay. It's okay, because you cry and then you just stop crying. She was 5'10". She was shorter than you. Yeah, your son. Oh man. Yeah, and see, the greeting card companies, they don't make enough cards for siblings. Because I felt very alone. In my family, it's funny. It was the four of us in my neutral family. My neutral family consisted of my mother, my two brothers, and me. And I was a baby. I was the youngest. And my mom and my brother that's still alive, they're both born in February, and they're light skinned and short. I think my brother that's light skinned and born in February is 5'5", and my mother is born in February and light skinned. She's 5'4". And my brother died. He's born in August, and he's brown skinned and tall. And then I was brown skinned and tall. I'm only 5'6". He was like 5'9", but I wanted him to come home for our birthdays in August, but he didn't come. He died in September. Work in a car crash, and I was so fucking angry. You know? And I felt alone because I don't know if it's because we were born in August. I think it was because we were born in August. Like when you learn about birth charts and stuff, you learn about August. He was a Virgo. I'm a Leo. My brother that passed away was a Virgo. I'm a Leo, but we're both born in August. He's actually born on Michael Jackson's birthday. And that's why spiritually I feel so connected with like Janet, because she loves her big brother and I lost my big brother too. But anyway, I felt alone. I felt like he fucking left me. And I'm saying that to say that Sassy and her brother both occupied this cyberspace. And boys, men are not, cared for their emotions as much. And I remember there were times where my brother, who's still alive, my brother born in February, there are times where he, would get emotional about losing my brother, but he also used to fight a lot with my brother. And this is why I felt like me and my brother who passed away, I felt like me and him were like two of a kind of, because he was just so opposed. They were just so opposed to each other. February and August were like opposites in the house, but anyway, I just wish that more people would go to Maverick's page and give him his condolences, at least. If you don't say nothing else, just say, I'm sorry that you lost your sister. I knew her online and she is missed. At least that much. Because when you're the sibling, you're also responsible for helping the parents cope too. And at the same time, you're feeling broken. When it's crazy because my brother was not the first person to die that I knew. That I was close with. My granddad was my best friend. Being little, he was my dad. He was my granddad. And with my mom working when I was younger, I spent a lot of time with my granddad. And his house was down the street from my school. He used to come and get me. I used to go and sit in the red room and watch what do you call it? He had a projector of like old black and white Betty Boop videos I used to watch. And he'll be watching his westerns. And I couldn't sit in the middle seat of the couch because that was granddad's spot. And there were people didn't even know, like, it's funny because there's shit that I know about granddad that other people didn't know in the family because I spent so much time with him. Like, he would have me do his hair sometimes. And my cousins, only one of my cousins knew this, that he used aftershave on his head. It was funny because I remember at one point I was like, y'all don't remember that blue stuff that granddad used to have? They're like, no, what are you talking about? And I mentioned it to my one oldest cousin, Derek. And Derek said, yeah, Keita, that was aftershave. I said, yes, because it wasn't bubbly, but it had a strong smell. And he used to have me pat it on his head, and then I'd comb his hair and put the braid in the back because I learned how to braid. Like, you know, yeah. Vampy Fallout, though. I don't know what you mean, Luna. I think you probably rewound a little bit. You were here before. I didn't even know Luna. Hey, Luna. Yeah, I gotta go because my little minions in there. Can you hear them voices? They drive me freaking crazy. Yeah, the keyboard's been blurry for me for a little bit. Cassandra too. I had to go back. Yeah, keep your memory strong. And I mean, that's the strength is feeling like, I mean, God gives us family, He gives us loved ones, He brings people in our lives that we love. And maybe all it is circulating that energy, and maybe it's like when they go, they don't really go, they kind of become a part of us. I don't know. But thank you with my grandpa. Yeah, my granddad Herbie. Yeah, that's who used to make the white lightning. I think the white lightning is like a what do you call it? Not prohibition, but what was it called? Like, making it. He made it from scratch because he actually had a greenhouse in the garden and everything. But I blow my nose. But anyway, to anyone who has lost someone that they truly love on here, just know the energy never dies, it transfers. And I know maybe you don't believe in energy, maybe you don't believe in that scientific or spiritual thing, but even religiously, you still have their memories, you still have thoughts of them, you still have the image of them in your head. That's still a part of you, and you are carrying them with you. I mean, unless you never mention their name and never think about them, and you completely forget them, you're feeling not nice right note, to be honest. I'm feeling not nice right note, to be honest. Well, I felt sick to my stomach, Luna, because I was like, they're really continuing this junk. And to be honest, from what I remember on there, I haven't seen Nick or Vampy post that video again, which means that they respectfully accepted Golden's complaint and took it down. So she really has no reason to be continuing to carry this on. At this point, she's producing the material. At this point, she's using her screenshots to reproduce this quote unquote offensive material and broadcast it. So that's on her. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart. Yeah. So everybody, I gotta go because I need to blow my nose. I gotta get my babies. But if you have someone that you lost in love, just know that it's crazy because you cry and then in your tears, it almost feels like the tears are not enough. But what happens is it's okay to stop crying. It's okay to wipe your eyes and breathe again and keep going and forget about the loss. It's okay to do that because the truth is it never goes away. Basically, a part of your brain is always crying and a part of your heart is always missing. That's why they say you have a hole in my heart when you lose someone, Luna, I don't know what them googly eyes mean. If you don't go, what do googly eyes? Anyway, though, but, I'm gonna leave. Okay. I'm keeping this up though. Rewind it if you want to. Um, oh, don't let it hurt your heart. It's okay. Cassandra, breathe. It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, cry and let it out if you need to. Sleep is the best cure for crying for me, because even creatively drawing, it sometimes can make it worse because it keeps going, and music sometimes keeps it going. The only things I found that work for if I find myself in a cycle of just being angry and depressed about it is to sleep. Just go to sleep or watch TV, watch something funny. I used to watch Living Single on repeat and the Boondocks. Oh, and Cat Williams stand-up comedy. What anything you find funny, let it help you and make you laugh. Busy yourself with your work, like RGM was talking about. You know, um, like I said, I wouldn't suggest music or even spiritual songs, because sometimes that shit can just keep you going with it. It just keeps you in a state of the hurt. Like I can't. There's a few songs I can't even listen to. I can't listen to "Can You Stand the Rain" by New Edition. I can't listen to Aaliyah at Your Best. I've finally been able to listen to that a little bit, but I have a memory of my brother, the brother that passed away, being in his apartment when he moved from New Jersey to Atlanta, and we were packing up stuff again. Just me and my family, we just be singing around the house, whether or not you think we can sing. We all safe who are true. Yeah, Luna. Okay. Your dogs are comforting you. That's good. Yeah, I heard my daughters whispering in the other room. Mommy's crying for real this time. So take another piece of my heart. Oh, good. You know, when we lose people and they're close to us, not only are they still a part of us, but they're building us to do something great with that. You know, that's another reason why I write and publish my stories and everything. Oh yeah, you are behind, baby, Luna. you are behind. He said I must be behind. You are behind, Luna. I love you. Sending you guys my love and comfort, and I hope I didn't make anybody too upset. Well, I can't get busy making art right now because I don't want to be in that emotion. Although I have some art that I have to do that's nothing to do with my brother. So on that aspect, yes, I have to work on my art that has nothing to do with my grief right now. But yeah, let me go because I need to blow my nose. Okay. All right, guys. I hope I didn't make anybody too upset, and I pray that everybody heals and stay strong. This shit on YouTube can be toxic. Let it make you feel toxic. Don't let it get you down. And know that if it does get you down and makes you feel sick or sad or anything, know that you have a fucking right to protect yourself and to speak up. And not necessarily to speak up on YouTube. Like I said, Golden anticipates that somebody will respond to her on YouTube. I'm not responding to you on YouTube, miss. I'm responding to you, to the higher authorities who can actually stop you. Because no matter what I say on YouTube, you're going to keep going and cycling, apparently. So I need to talk to someone higher than you that can actually stop you. Someone that actually can come help you if you're having a breakdown or something. Somebody can come help you. Whatever it is, somebody else needs to come see you, because it can't be me. Because it don't matter what I do or say. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go blow my nose. Okay, bye-bye. Keep your chin up. Have a good day. Bye, Cassandra, sweetie. I'm gonna say everybody. I don't know. If I miss you, I'm sorry, so bad, but yeah, I really have to blow my nose. My nose is really snotty. Where's the tissue? See, I don't even know the tissue is right out. Bring it in the room. Oh, here it is. I got tissue. Okay. Bye, guys. You don't blow your nose right away. So it's going to the bottom of your sinus and your throat. Ugh. And just for keeping me on, I'm going to blow my nose on the live now. That's what you get. You hear it? You hear the snot? There you go. I'm gonna go tend to these little busy, these little busy munchkins. We're going to turn that TV off and do some indoor games and stuff. Oh, wait. No, not share. I want to click end.